A few days ago, it was incredibly hot, and I felt like I was melting like butter. The heat was literally killing my dreams and aspirations. Cicadas were killing my ears and destroying my life. The heat was chasing me over and over. I was struggling to find any relief, and I was in a laziness heat-induced mode. So I started browsing the internet looking for interesting videos to kill time. And after aimlessly clicking through various clips like a real dangerous psychopath and meaningless scrolling, I stumbled upon a fascinating video of a guy who could talk without moving his mouth. They call it ventriloquism, and immediately caught my attention. So I thought to myself, I absolutely have to try this. So what exactly ventriloquism is? Is the art of speaking without moving your mouth, making it appear as though your voice is coming from another source. This is called throwing the voice. It involves a lot of practice and precision. The three things to master are the control of your lips, your tongue, and your teeth. You need to learn how to speak clearly without letting your lips move visibly, which is much harder than it sounds.
Additionally, you need to use a different tone of voice for the puppet.
So I decided to give this a try and see if I'm able to learn how to be a ventriloquist in 1 week by following the program of a very famous ventriloquist. This program is divided in 10 different lessons to start learning ventriloquism. I will follow his steps and suggestions, and at the end I will try to make a decent enough performance. Lesson 1. The easy alphabet. The three most important things to do is learn how to put your tongue, your lips, and your teeth. So your teeth should be lightly together, lips slightly separated, and the tongue loose in the mouth. And so the final position should be something like this. And then you can start practicing the easy alphabet. These words are considered easy because you can pronounce them without using your lips. And so I started practicing for 30 minutes, and as you can see, it's pretty easy to pronounce the easy alphabet without moving your lips at all. And after practicing for 30 minutes, I was ready for the next step. So the easy alphabet, as the name says, is very easy. So I'm gonna skip this part and go to part number 2. Difficult letters B. The lessons 1 was easy because you don't need to move the lips with those letters. Try to pronounce the letter B without moving the lips. It's absolutely impossible, but there is a little secret. So we need to find a substitute. You substitute the letter with another one that sounds similar, but doesn't require the use of your lips. And you can substitute the letter B with the letter D. So you will say one letter while you keep thinking at the other one. So to practice this rule, you can use this sentence. Oh, this is hard because you need to think at one letter and say the other one. So hard. So difficult. Instead of progressing, I'm getting worse. How the hell can they do that? It's so hard. Damn, it's so hard. No, I understand how to do it. So the trick is you need to think B but say D. How do you do that? I cannot figure it out. So with the letter B, I'm going completely crazy. So I'm gonna skip this part and go to the next lesson. Difficult letters F. The letter F is very difficult because we use the bottom lips and the teeth. And so we need to find a substitute. Here I am. Instead of using the word F, you're gonna use the word F, like ethyl. So to practice the letter F, we're gonna use this sentence. If good fortune follows a fellow, it's fine. So basically, instead of using the lips, you're using your tongue to make the sound. So we're gonna substitute the word F with the word F. And now all we have to do is practice, okay? If good fortune follows a fellow, it's fine. If good fortune follows a fellow, it's fine. If good fortune follows a fellow, it's fine. How can they make this sound natural? Maybe I should go a little bit slower. If good fortune follows a fellow. I'm gonna start practicing in front of the mirror to see if there is any difference. If good fortune follows a fellow. Oh, man, it's so hard. If good fortune follows a fellow. Ooh, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. If good fortune follows a fellow. So I think I practiced enough, time to go to the next lesson. Difficult letters M. We use the same method as the letter B. We substitute the letter M with the letter N. And this is the sentence that we are gonna use. And now it's time to practice for 20 minutes. Pizza in Mexico. This one's doable. Pizza in Mexico. Pizza in Mexico. Pizza in Mexico. Whoa, it's so hard. At this point, I practiced enough, so it was time to go to the next lesson. Difficult letter P. We can substitute the letter P with the letter T. And this is a sentence that we're gonna use to practice. So remember, we substitute the letter P with the letter T. Please, put the tickle in your pocket. It's so hard. It's so hard. How can they make this sound natural? They make it look easy, but it's not. Damn it. Please put the piccolo in your pocket. This one wasn't bad at all. Almost decent. I need to go slow. If I go slow, I can do better, okay? And after practicing for 20 minutes, it's time to go to the next lesson. And this is the sentence that we're gonna use to practice. So try to guess what sound we will use instead of V. I don't know, it's too hard for me to think of these questions. To substitute the letter V, we're gonna use the sound V. The veteran volunteered to visit the volcano. The veteran volunteered to visit the volcano. This one is quite easy actually, much easier than all the other letters. So after practicing for more than 20 minutes, it's time to go to the next lesson. So for this lesson, we will use two letters because they are pronounced in the very same way. So you go wa to say W and Y is the same thing. So we practice them together. So we say U to say W and Y is the same exact thing. And that's why we practice them together. So to substitute the Y, we're gonna use O and I. And for W, we use the sound OE. And this is the sentence that we will use to practice. When we work, we win. 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 So I practiced quite a lot. This one was easy, and it's time to go to the next lesson. The final lessons. At this point, I started researching for my puppet, and after researching, I found a nice one. So I put my order in and start waiting. This is where the fun begins. So I put my order in for the puppet, and it's finally here. So there he is. I would say it's quite ugly. It's quite horrible. It's more of a kid toy, you know? But it will serve the purpose, I hope. After receiving my toys, I practiced the voice and how to handle the puppet to get ready for the final performance. Please try to be nice with the comments because my performance was absolute trash. It was embarrassing and ridiculous. But apparently learning ventriloquism is much harder than I expected. Hello? Hello. Who are you? I'm Iago. Iago? Yes. Okay, well, I like your name. Thank you. So you have something to say, or you just going to stay there in silence? What do you want me to say? Well, I don't know. You can't just stay there in front of the camera doing absolutely nothing. Well, if you want, I can just sing a song. Okay, let's hear it. Okay, stop. No. Stop. No, I don't like it. I mean, you don't know how to sing at all. What do you mean I don't know? I mean that you're not good at singing. Okay, let's hear you. And you call that singing? You suck, man. Well, thank you. You're welcome. So as you could probably hear, my performance was absolute trash. It was embarrassing and disgusting. But I had to do it because it was the last day of my challenge. Anyway, I had a lot of fun, and now I have a much deeper appreciation for this art, which is incredibly difficult, believe me, unless you are talented, and I'm not. I suck at it completely. What I want to say is that you need to speak without moving your mouth, which is incredibly difficult. You need to create a different tone of voice for the puppet, which is even more difficult for me. You need to know how to move it and to have a decent conversation to entertain the crowd, which is even more difficult. So probably you can make this working with a few months of work, but I'm not good at it. I'm not gifted for it. You can definitely have a lot of fun because it is really fun, believe me. And I'm pretty sure that if you can get really good at it, you will have a lot of fun and people will have a lot of fun also. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. See you soon.